I ask people with lipedema one question. What do you want the world to know about your lipedema?
Hello, I'm Anna from Vancouver, Canada, and I am 54 years old. I was diagnosed with lipedema 2 years ago at the age of 52. I would like the world to know that this is a genetic disease. It has very little or anything to do with diet or lack of exercise. Lipedema is not lymphedema. Lipedema is not related to obesity. Women of all shapes and sizes can have lipedema. Lipedema has taken an enormous toll on my body, both physically, by reducing my mobility, as well as mentally, as I've struggled with eating disorders most of my life. But thankfully, I am now in recovery. I am so grateful to my surgeon for giving me back my life and my mobility with my first of 3 lipedema reduction surgeries.
What I want the world to know about my lipedema is that it's not my fault. I didn't overeat the wrong kind of foods. I'm not overweight. I didn't under-exercise. It's a hereditary condition that I got from my mum and taking the contraceptive pill. It's genetic and it's just not my fault. I've had shame around my body for the last 17 years and this has to stop. There needs to be more awareness around lipedema and the reasons why we get it.
What I would like the world to know about lipedema is that it is very good at keeping us hostages of its own. It keeps us from doing stuff that we like and from wearing the clothes that we would like to wear, or even going for some group activities as fitness classes or such that somehow we might think that are not appropriate for us. And I think it is very much needed, very hard work that comes from our heads to fight it. And only now I'm starting to realize that, and I'm starting to forgive myself. So let's fight lipedema back with our heads, seek help, seek professional help to fight it mentally.
What I want the world to know, what it's like to live with lipedema. The pain is real, the bruising is real, the swelling is real, the loss of mobility is real. Living with lipedema is a challenge. I tried to walk up a hill one time and I was winded and I couldn't figure out why. I get on my horse to ride and my leg aids are off. My balance is off and I don't understand. I don't understand it. Most other people don't understand it. So they don't walk in my shoes, so they don't understand what's going on with me internally. On the outside, they see you as somebody that has no problems, just like me with somebody else. I may look at somebody and go, oh, they're fine, and then inside, there's something wrong inside. So you need to be compassionate. We need to be sympathetic to others who have these problems. June is a Lipedema Awareness Month. So hopefully, in years to come, the things will change. Lipedema will become more of a focus of life and medical and what the medical necessity is.
I wish people could understand that we are not fat because we eat a lot or we don't exercise. We just have a disease called lipedema, and our arms, legs, and other parts of our bodies can be bigger than usual and doesn't respond to diet or exercise. So just be nice to us.
I would like the world to know that lipedema is a disease and it's not just fat. It's something that I have lived with for many years and it had gone undiagnosed, wondering why I couldn't lose weight in my legs, why I was dieting and exercising to a ridiculous level and not losing weight in my legs. I have felt degraded, I have felt humiliated by this disease. And it's only now that I feel empowered and that I can have some control over it, that I have got the diagnosis and I have had some treatment. So just remember, don't judge. It's not just fat. Lipedema is a disease.
Hi everybody, having lipedema is like living in somebody else's budget. Whatever you do, that other person's body doesn't listen to you. So it's quite difficult and challenging, but awareness helps a lot the mental health of whoever is affected by lipedema.
Having undiagnosed lipedema for over 40 years was incredibly hard. No matter how strictly I followed diet plans or how often I went to the gym, people always doubted me and said I wasn't doing enough because I wasn't losing any weight. So it was really frustrating and it really hurt my self-esteem for a long period of time. I felt like no one understood what I was going through, not even my own family, and it made me feel so alone. When I finally got diagnosed, it was such a relief. It validated everything I had been through, and it showed me that all my efforts were real and worthwhile.
Lipedema for me has been a lot of fear. There's fear of progression, there's fear of the pain, the loss of mobility, there's fear of passing it on to my children. And ultimately, we don't know enough about lipedema to know if surgery has been the fix that I want it to have been. I hope it doesn't come back. I hope that I can manage to stop it progressing further, but there's still that underlying fear that it will come back and it'll be worse than it was before.
I would like the world to know that lipedema for me is really tough, hard to deal with, expensive, very ongoing, soul destroying. It's a daily, continuous battle. Lipedema for me is not wanting to show your legs. You don't want to show the pieces of fat like on your thigh, wanting to hide away and not show your knees, wearing trousers all through summer, not wanting to wear a dress like you would normally want to wear, not being able to dress how you want to. It is really painful. It's something that takes a lot of time. It's something that you think about all the time. You can't push it to the back of your mind and just forget because it's progressive. Lipedema for me is also something where no one believes you. They look at you and think that you look fine as you are. They don't believe that you have anything wrong. It's a daily battle, especially when you speak to medical professionals and they don't believe that they think you look fine and you know you're not. And having to over-explain is something that we shouldn't have to do, but it's exhausting to do it. Lipedema for me, it's something that you never want to see your daughters go through. It's guilt. It's feeling like it's your fault when really it's not. And it's something that I felt I've had to forgive myself for, and it's not something I can truly believe that will ever really happen.
My name is Sandra, I'm from Lebanon, and I have lipedema. As someone who has been struggling with the disease for years, I can tell you that losing weight is not the only solution. I've been always bullied for being obese, for having chubby legs, but a very small size for my tops. Today I can tell you that it is equally painful emotionally as much as it is physically. My sickness encouraged me to take courses in personal training and take this journey to the next level. I lost 30 kilos, I became lean, 57 kilos lean mass, yet I could not have the courage to wear skirts, shorts, or even show my legs in dresses. Today I can tell you that the society will always bully you. due to the stereotypes that we have, and especially for lacking the knowledge they need about this disease. So please join me today to raise our voices, to raise awareness about lipedema, and let people feel the struggle we have emotionally and physically.
Lipedema for me is much more than physical appearance. Lipedema is about having to think through just the simple act of going shopping and whether or not I have anything else to do that day, because I know that if I go shopping today, that for the rest of the day, my legs are gonna ache. They're gonna hurt. They're gonna feel very, very heavy. So maybe it's not a good day to do that if I have other things that I need to do that will require me to be up on my feet and moving around. Lipedema for me caused me to not go to a public pool with my children until they were teenagers, because I was embarrassed to be seen. Because we live in a culture, in a world that judges us for appearance. Because the size of your body and seemingly being overweight has become a character flaw. Lipedema for me is about not getting the health care that I deserve, about having experiences with healthcare providers who were not interested in hearing about lipedema, who didn't believe and don't believe that lipedema is a real thing, who dismissed me and ignored me, who judged me. And so many times, even when I know I should see a doctor or a healthcare provider, I put it off. I don't go because I just don't want to deal with healthcare providers. Lipedema for me is about trying to explain to people so that they'll understand what it is. And because we live in a society that is so judgmental regarding weight and size, people just have a hard time understanding and believing that you could possibly be overweight for any reason other than your own character flaws, because being overweight has become a character flaw. There are judgments passed on those of us in larger bodies simply because of being in a larger body. And so when you have lipedema, you not only have to deal with the physical pain of having lipedema, the fear and the worry about progressing and what will happen to you, but you also have to deal with society at large judging you and passing judgment in a way where it's hard for you not to judge yourself. So lipedema is so much more than just physical appearance. Lipedema is mental. Lipedema is emotional. Lipedema is painful. And lipedema makes me want to approach every woman that I see that looks like they might have lipedema, because I want to help them. I want to connect with them. I want to make sure that they know. I want them to know that they're not alone.
Lipedema for us is going through it together and knowing you're not alone.